Good evening, boys and girls. It is Saturday evening, May 5th. It is day 10, looking at our chick eggs. This is egg number 1. You can see a lot of light at the bottom, but some darkness around the number 1. As we turn it, we will begin to see sort of a shadow inside. That tells us that something is growing inside of egg number 1. Now for egg number 2. Okay, this is egg number 2. And sort of the same thing, a lot of light going through egg number 2. Not quite sure something's growing, but we see a little bit of a shadow. That tells us that something probably is growing inside of egg number 2. Okay, now we're going to look at egg number 3. Now, as you can see, this is a little different than egg number 1 and egg number 2. As we continue to turn it, we see a darker shadow, which tells us that there's a good chance, probably a better chance in egg number 1 and 2, that egg number 3 has a chick growing inside. On to egg number 4. Oh, boys and girls, stop right there. Do you see that spot? That is the eye that we were talking about that is first developed from the embryo. We'll continue to turn that egg to see if we see any additional growth to that. It could have just been growing for a while. Not sure if it stopped growing, but that spot was one of the first things that we saw in the pictures that we were looking at when we were getting some clues as to what was happening inside the egg. Okay, egg number 5. Okay, egg number 5, boys and girls, look at that dark shadow above the number 5. Let's turn it the other way. We're turning it the other way. See the dark shadow at the top? That tells us that it's taking up a lot of light, which could mean an egg is growing inside egg number 5. On to egg number 6. This is a little smaller egg. We see a lot of light, but some shadow. Something could be growing inside of egg number 6. In egg number 7, let's see how much light we see. Remember, the more light we see, the greater chance something's not growing. We do see that spot again, which could mean that something began to grow. We don't see a lot of a shadow, but there is some shadow in egg number 7 and a dot where that eye was one of the first things that begins to develop. On to egg number 8. Okay, let's situate that on there and see if we see any. Whoops, not sure. Oh, there we go. Okay, we'll go ahead and rotate that. And boys and girls, do you see the dark inside of egg number 8? There's the light. We keep turning it, and there's a lot of dark in there, which is that shadow that is keeping the light from shining through. So something could be growing inside of number 8. And in our last egg in our classroom, boys and girls, we will see what light. We're trying to make sure we... Okay, we're going to turn that. Okay. Looks